Humans are not very good at completing tasks. Studies reveal that just 9% of those who set goals for the new year maintain them, and 43% give up by the end of the month. Worse, by the end of the first week, 23% had given up. I don't care whether you can identify. The good news is that most failures are the result of a small number of fundamental errors that are readily avoidable if you know what science has to say about how to position yourself for success. In this video, we'll examine several essential attitudes and strategies to help you remain on course toward your objectives and, in the event that you veer off course, get back on track. First and foremost, be responsible to yourself. What if we told you that there's a tried and true method to boost your odds of reaching your objectives from 10% to 95%? According to a 2015 research, individuals had a 10% probability of succeeding if they only thought about a goal they wanted to accomplish and did nothing else. Subjects who disclosed their aims to a second person, however, had a much higher likelihood of success, 65%. Interestingly, however, those who set up accountability meetings and notified someone else about their progress had a whopping 95% likelihood of success. Well-known organizations that assist individuals in overcoming addiction, such as Alcoholics Anonymous, a support group for those with alcohol addiction, understand the value of accountability and hold members accountable by forcing them to regularly attend meetings where they can share their experiences with a supportive and like-minded peer group. What makes accountability so successful then? People are very sociable animals. Particularly those closest to us, we give a damn about what other people think of us. Occasionally, we need more motivation than to just cope with the fallout from giving up on a goal or relapsing, with no one else knowing about our mistake. However, we are often more driven to resist temptations or the unfavorable. Ideas holding us back if we are aware that others will discover what we have done, and we are concerned that they will think less of us. Second tip, steer clear of the "what the hell" attitude. Participants in a study by University of Toronto researchers were required to sample and rank various cookies in addition to eating a piece of pizza. A few were on diets, while others weren't. Each participant received the same size pizza slice. However, some people were deceived by the researchers into believing they were consuming more calories than they really were by making the slice seem larger than it actually was. The purpose of the cookie tasting was to test the reactions of dieters who assumed they would overeat when in reality, everyone consumed the same amount of calories each day. According to the research, dieters who believed they had consumed all of the calories for the day from the pizza consumed almost 50% more cookies than those who didn't. This exemplifies the "what the hell" reaction. When we succumb to this phenomenon, we tell ourselves that since we failed in the first place, we should just give up and resume our vice-like behavior rather than swiftly getting back on track after experiencing a minor setback or straying from our intended course. We believe we failed miserably, that it would be better to spend the evening getting wasted if we make an effort to abstain from alcohol, but wind up having 1 or 2 beers. Alternatively, we may decide it's okay to continue browsing for a few more hours, even if we're trying to avoid social media, and unintentionally wasted 30 minutes on TikTok. The "what the hell" effect may be avoided in 2 ways. First, by being conscious of it so that we can recognize it when it appears, and second, by not seeing failure and development as binary concepts. It's not a binary decision. Recall that an error made in one instant does not prevent you from pursuing your objectives in the next. Let's move on to the next. Let's move. Mentality that will help you achieve your objectives once again. Thirdly, cultivate self-compassion. In another study, women were instructed to have a glass of water after consuming a rapid batch of donuts in order to feel satisfied. Following their donut consumption, some women received a self-compassionate letter encouraging them to be kinder to themselves for indulging, while others received no word at all. Next, bowls of sweets were handed to the ladies, who were instructed to consume as much or as little as they pleased. It's interesting to note that the group of women who didn't get the self-forgiveness message consumed 70 grams of candy, while the women who did hear the message consumed just 28 grams, a significant difference. You know, it comes easily to those of us who want to be better people to chastise ourselves when we fail or relapse. However, punishing yourself just makes you feel bad about yourself, decreases your self-esteem, and causes guilt and humiliation. Addiction specialists really claim that this often sets off a relapse, keeping us stuck in a vicious cycle in which we feel hopeless and depressed, which leads to a relapse, which makes us feel even worse, which increases the likelihood of a relapse, and well, you get the picture. By engaging in self-compassion exercises, we may escape this trap. Recognize that you're just human and that errors are unavoidable, and instead of creating yourself a tale about how much of a failure you are, see your failures as just another obstacle to overcome on the path to success. Daily affirmations are a great strategy to cultivate this self-compassion, as they have the power to drastically improve our thoughts. Which leads us to Intune, our sponsor for today. With the use of positive affirmations to sway your subconscious, Intune is a cutting-edge technique that can rewire your brain and unlock your potential. Professionals that have mastered the art of crafting affirmations that really speak to you may be found on Intune. The fact that you may also record your own affirmations only serves to improve it. These are mixed with binaural beats to enhance the meditative effect and promote relaxation. Here's an expert tip. When you go to sleep, play your iTunes music. That is the perfect moment for these affirmations to actually take hold, since your mind is more open to receiving them. With Intune, you may effectively control anxiety, uphold healthy behaviors, and advance your profession. It's about spreading happiness around you, not simply about personal development. Why not attempt it then? Get Intune right now to begin changing your life right now. We'll go on to our fourth and last tip now. Avoid having too grandiose of aspirations. Setting as high of objectives as you can might make the process seem enjoyable. We believe that our motivation to accomplish a goal will increase with its boldness and difficulty. Ambition is admirable, but it typically backfires. Consider the beginning of a new year, for instance. Let's name the two folks who desire to lose weight, Jack and Jill. With a 90-day challenge under his belt and plans to work out for at least 2 hours every day for the next 3 months, Jack is aiming high. In addition, he plans to consume little food and purchase as many diet pills and supplements as possible. Jill is approaching things differently. Her goal is to develop the habit of exercising, and she makes sure that her regimen includes long-term sustainable and controllable. Her goal is to lose a little amount of weight every week. For her, getting where you're going at the fastest feasible pace is not as essential as traveling in the right way. Who do you anticipate succeeding by year's end? It should be clear that Jill is a much better option. Jack will get off to a great start, but soon tire out, becoming hurt, angry, and ready to quit up. Furthermore, studies reveal that the majority of people who follow crash diets gain back the weight quickly after stopping the program, frequently much more. The fact that the competitors in many severe diet programs eventually return to their starting points is their secret. Jill will gradually increase her exercise regimen, going from 1 to 2 to 3 days a week until she ultimately makes her way to the gym on a daily basis. At first, the few pounds she drops each month won't seem like much, but after a year of consistent weight reduction, she will be a completely different person. We all know that consistency is key to winning. Avoid the error of seeing perfection as the adversary of virtue. Finding the bare minimal amount of work that you must do each day in order to advance is the best course of action. Momentum and consistency are usually preferable than sudden bursts of activity interspersed by extended silences. Don't worry if your objectives for this year aren't where you want them to be. We guarantee that if you use these techniques, you'll start to notice results. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the future video.